Hello, my friends, and welcome back once again to a live guided interdimensional meditation to manifest the new earth, whatever that might be. Hope you're all doing well. I am enjoying, again, the continuously entertaining chaos that is raining down upon the earth. Literally, in weather sense, we're getting, some people think, completely unnatural weather hitting our country. Well, my country anyway. Anyway, so let's see, what do I want to babble about for 2 minutes here? So I'm working very hard to try and illustrate how this third dimensional human created narrative, how it affects the nervous system and the psyche of human beings. I'm kind of surprised that there's some videos just aren't getting, any views, which is surprising to me because I think they're some of the most important material that we've got. But anyway, such is YouTube, I guess. But we're getting to a place where people are waking up to such a degree where it's time for us to now take responsibility for ourselves psychologically, emotionally, and that part of that means stop waiting around for the government to change. I think people are waiting for this. Like, people are waiting for permission to go ahead and start acting differently and living their lives the way they want to. And somehow, we think that that the government is going to change, that there's going to be disclosure, which means that these narcissistic rulers are just going to one day wake up and go, "Oh, you're right, we've been really mean. Sorry, we're going to stop doing that now. How do you guys want? Oh, you guys want money and resources and housing? And okay, we'll start doing that now." And that's not going to happen. So what has to happen is we have to take the responsibility and give ourselves permission to begin shifting the world and shifting ourselves and taking complete responsibility for our lives, who we are, and what we have in our lives, what we have in our world. We are responsible. Those evil narcissists are ruling the world. It's because we're letting them do it. And the way to stop them is by changing ourselves. That's how we stop them. So that's really what these meditations are about. They're about us going out and expanding into a higher version of ourselves. And that means connecting with beings that are already at that higher frequency. It's really all that we're doing here. So, anyway, with that in mind, I'm done babbling. We can go on and go ahead and get started with the meditation. So, if you would please come into your favorite spot within your home for meditation. Get in your favorite meditative posture. Inhale very deeply and hold your breath. And exhale. Once again, inhale. And exhale. One last time, inhale. And exhale. Continue breathing long and deep. On the inhale, imagine your light filling your body. And on the exhale, imagine that you are condensing that light and releasing any tension. Continuing like that, inhaling pure spiritual consciousness, pure light into your body and your organs. Exhaling and condensing that light deeper into your tissues, deeper into yourself. All right, let's go ahead and begin chanting the Huar mantra. As we do that, imagine that you are allowing this sound to bring you higher and higher into a frequency above the one that we're in. Imagine that you are floating up in the sky and you end up above earth, looking down, seeing this sound that we are going to chant filling earth and radiating from earth out into infinity. Inhale, begin chanting with me. Please bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Okay, so I am imagining myself floating out in interplanetary space above Earth. I'm seeing Earth shining very brightly. It's a tiny little shadow on the farthest, from my vantage point, left side of the Earth, which we can come back and deal with later. In front of me, I am seeing, once again, a large craft. At the bottom of the craft, there is a light, a circular light coming out. And again, this is a saucer-shaped, very large saucer-shaped craft. And so I feel that we are being invited up into this very large craft. So I'm allowing my energy to fly towards this light. I get closer and closer to it. Before I enter the light, there is a being that is floating out there in space that intercepts me and So I'm going to spend a moment communicating with this female entity and see what she has to say to me. You can feel free to communicate with her as well. Okay, I was just told that we are going to be taken to a very powerful place and that we are going to see future events. And then I was asked if I was ready for this, and I said yes, and she said, ready yourself for what you're about to see. So I'm now prepared to see who knows what, but it might be intense. So I'm now following her into this light, which then pulls her up into the ship, and I follow her and I'm pulled up into the ship. As soon as I get into the ship, all of the beings begin clapping. So they're clapping and cheering. Oftentimes they're very respectful and quiet, but this time they're all celebrating and clapping. I'm not sure exactly why. Perhaps it's what we're about to experience. So we are being led down the center of this ship towards, it seems, the same place to the front of the ship, what I call the bridge. And we get there and there are the viewing screens out into space. Okay, but I am seeing her. I am seeing a red being. I can't tell if she's a mantis being or not, but she seems to have either red skin or red color around her. And she turns to me and she's going to, I don't know what she's going to do. So I'm going to listen to what she has to say, and I'll be with you in a moment. You can talk to her yourself if you'd like. Okay, so she once again said what we're going to show you might be shocking to you, and asked if I still wanted to go, and I said yes. So you're free to stay behind or come with me. It's completely up to you. I'm now following her out of the ship as we go through the viewing windows there, and we're now out floating in space. I'm following her. She seems to be moving. Again, this is a ship that straddles two dimensions. The one on the left is our third dimension, and the one on the right is a dimension, I don't know what it is, but it appears dark and powerful, and she's going into that, what looks like just giant dark shadow. I can see her in the inky blackness there. See her red body floating through whatever this is, this space. She now turns around once again and she's facing me. Behind her seems to be like a black hole or a black sun or something like that, some kind of a round energy field that's also black. And I want to hear what she has to say to me. So she says to me that the portal we're about to go through has the potential to change our perception. And we must first give our permission for this to happen. So of course I did. You can feel free to say yes or no. It's totally up to you. And now she is going into this round portal, which is of the same color, it's black. She goes in and I see her disappear in there. I follow her, I go through a black membrane, and now I'm feeling weird, kind of dizzy, just a little bit weird and dizzy. And different colors are coming through. That's really all I'm seeing, is just like some different colors. And sensing there's something above me. Again, it's like a dark energy that is pulling me up. I feel like I'm being pulled out of my astral body. There's a part of me that's even deeper than that, that's getting pulled up out of my astral body. And this is a process that I choose to allow to happen. And so you can choose to allow it as well. I'm now rising up. Instead of a light shaft, it's a dark shaft, up higher and higher. And I feel the energy getting stronger and stronger. Still going up this shaft. Energy's continuing to get stronger and stronger. I'm coming out the top, and I see in this blackness, I'm seeing what looks like a viewing screen, like almost like looking into normal third dimensional colors, but this is a viewing screen. And so I'm sitting down in what looks like an amphitheater. It's all dark and black, and in front of me is looks like a speaking platform and a viewing screen. So I don't know what's going to happen yet. Give me a moment to see what's happening. So this viewing screen is going to show us what's going to come. Again, I'm asked if I am ready and I want to see this, and I say yes. So then she backs away and the viewing screen starts to fire up. I feel a lot of energy. I'm feeling some anxiety about this, I guess because it's been built up so big. I'm not seeing anything yet. So I say I am open and ready to see whatever this is going to show me. Okay, so I am seeing some kind of tragedy. It looks like there's been some kind of a tragedy. A lot of people leaving the third dimension in a tragic way. What else? I feel like I'm walking on the earth, and off in the distance I'm seeing like this red ball of energy, huge red ball of energy, like the sun became red and kind of landed on the earth or something. So I don't know what that is. So let me see what is being told. So this is a little disturbing. This seems to be some kind of an energy that is wanting to pull people down into a darker reality. So my first interpretation is that we're looking at the lower version of Earth. If there's I'm not saying this is what I'm being told, this is my interpretation, that we're looking at how people are pulled down towards the lower frequency of Earth. Let's continue. What else would you like to show me? What I'm told is that this is energy that comes to people who don't listen to their heart. I am hearing this with some resistance because it sounds like some kind of religious guilt trip. Of course, I come from a Christian background, so that's getting stimulated. Let's see what else. So this is the result of people choosing. This is the experience of people who are choosing to run from the expansion and awakening that is coming to the earth. Oh, interesting. They say this is what you see when you look at the earth, and you see on the left side of the earth there's like a small shadow. So this is what's inside that shadow. Now I see it. What looks like an orb is actually the other side, the higher dimensional earth, the actual earth. So this is just on the periphery of that. So there looks like there's this ball sort of pushing people into a corner. Now I understand. So this is what's in that shadow. When you look at the earth from above, you see a shadow on the very edge of it. So this is like a self-created hell for people who choose not to expand with the shifting energy that is hitting the earth. Okay, please continue. So what is going to happen for people who refuse to expand is that they're going to experience a very, very difficult hell, much worse. It's going to be a concentration of all of what we experience on 3D Earth, all of the negative aspects, the things that make us feel like Earth is such a horrible, torturous place, that all of that energy is going to then be the entire frequency of this place. So imagine living in an Earth, but all there is just all the negative things about Earth, all the horrible torture and pain and all of that. So that's all that's happening. It's just being concentrated into one little area. And so what happens is when people are attached to victim mentality or abusive mindset, then that energy will pull them to this frequency, this very negative dimension. All right, I'm going to ask what else they'd like to show us. She says, your understanding is accurate, but we would like to help you move forward. So now I just saw like a purple light, a purple laser moving in the opposite direction, and kind of like a beam of lightning, hitting and striking something. So now I'm moving in that direction, and I'm following this purple energy, and we're moving through a space of transformation. So it's an in-between space, and I'm being told this is where you are now. That you are in a space where you are being transformed. There's a lot of healing. So there is some challenge to this, because all of your trauma, all of your painful feelings and memories, your negative programming, this has to be purified out of you, which means that you have to feel it. And so I'm seeing that this purple energy is very healing, and that this is something to focus on. So I'm being given the impression that when things are difficult, when you're in pain, when you're frightened, confused, just having difficulty just by being a human, to focus on this purple colored energy, which will be very healing. And it looks like the color of amethyst, which of course, as I understand it, is a healing stone. So people can start, if they want to, start wearing more amethyst. This will help pull out of the body negativity and allow people to process and move through the negativity. Okay, let's see what else. I'm seeing in front of me like a wall of this purple energy, same like an amethyst colored energy. So they say that this wall of energy is coming toward you. You will experience it soon. Something's going to happen in the middle of the year, I guess, that's going to create, this energy will, I guess, will be available. So I'm going to allow myself to walk through this wall of amethyst colored energy. And I feel the instinct to just stay in this. I'm now inside of this, like a wall of amethyst energy. I'm inside of it. And I feel like I need to just stay here and allow the energy to shift me and to heal me. So there will come a time, as people are shifting, there's going to be a lot of sadness. And the sadness is the kind of sadness you have after a traumatic event, when you finally have time to relax and let yourself grieve. So people are going to need to grieve over how difficult human life has been and the traumas they've experienced. So the energy is increasing more and more. And so I feel like the healing energy will continue to increase more and more and more. Get stronger. Now I'm moving towards the end of that color, and I'm seeing now white. So bright white light, like sunlight, now seems to be moving and enveloping. And this is best experienced through a mind state of surrender. So complete relaxation, letting go, surrendering, and allowing yourself to rise. So I feel like I'm now lying down, but I'm levitating, and I'm rising up through this white light, up higher and higher and higher. And as I get closer to the top, the energy increases, the light increases. I can feel myself becoming lighter. And this is a rather challenging experience. It's very blissful, but it's intense. And it's again like the first time you experience an orgasm. You don't know what you're experiencing. It feels overwhelming until you've gone all the way through it, and then you realize it's going to be okay. Same thing here. You're going up, more and more intense blissful energy, and the way to handle it is to surrender to it, to succumb to the bliss, allow it to envelop you. And then I'm seeing a pure white realm. It's just bright, pure white light. And we've now sort of popped up through, and we're now in this new realm that's pure white light. Or there's like a sun, a huge sun of just the brightest white light you've ever seen. I don't see much of anything else. I do see there's an earth beneath us that we're walking on. And I'm walking towards this incredibly bright, condensed white light. So I want to walk to it, get closer and closer and closer to it. And this light says, I am you, I am your highest reflection of your true self. And now there is nothing blocking you from your highest frequency spirit energy. And I'm walking into this very incredibly bright ball of light, and it surrounds me, and simultaneously it shrinks and deposits itself into my heart. And then the light energy now radiates in all directions, and I am back again, feeling like I'm inside this giant ball of white light. So what I just saw is that is the soul. So to interpret it, we will be brought to a place of pure soul identification and energy. And now as that energy condenses into my heart, I now am opening my eyes, and I'm looking around, and I'm seeing a beautiful green earth. For me, I know where this is. This is my preferred 5D earth. So I'm seeing the forest and the ground, and as I look up, I'm seeing all of these beings, and this light, this bright white light, is shining from all of their chests. And they're all walking around doing whatever it is that they're doing. They're all very happy. And there is a being there that is helping me to wake up. I'm like seeing things from the ground, I guess because I was asleep on the ground, and I'm now waking up, and there's a beautiful being. I know who she is, and she's helping me get to my feet. She's welcoming me home. And this is your playground. You get to do whatever you want, and I'm finding myself looking around just in all directions and seeing the beauty of this place. This energy, this light is coming out of everything. Everything has like an aura on it of this beautiful white, crystal-like rainbow energy. I touch one of the leaves in front of me, and the leaf moves, and it leaves behind like a trail of energy. So I imagine this is what people talk about on hallucinogens, that things leave a trail, and at this time it's for real. And this is the reality that I will be living in. And let's see what else is happening now. I'm going to ask. Okay, and she says, now we're going to take you even further. I'm assuming further in time. So we're going to watch to see, we're going to rise up above this world and look down upon it and see how it's going to evolve, what it's going to evolve into. So at this point, it's very natural. It's just an earth of just almost 100% pure nature. There's very few buildings and things that have been constructed. Things are very natural. People are going to want to live in like natural houses, nothing fancy. There will be power zones where there will be things like pyramids and spires where people who are going to be doing energy work or work to take care of the planet. So those kinds of technologies will be there. But for the most part, things are going to be just we're going to be like just natural tribal people living in direct connection to the earth, full of bliss and joy, and spending our time meditating and having fun and doing things like making music and art and having fun and partying and just having a beautiful time and getting rid of all the negativity that we've experienced in this current earth as it comes to an end. So now we're going to move forward in time, I suppose. I'm now rising above. And what I'm seeing is that the light on the earth is increasing, getting brighter and brighter, and I'm seeing more sophisticated, like spiral buildings. All of these spiral buildings, the energy comes from the earth up through the spires into the sky, and also acts to bring energy down through the spire to the earth. So I'm assuming these will be places of power that as we get further into this new world, we will want to increase the spiritual connection that we have. So let's see what happens. And I'm seeing that the beings on this planet evolve. What I'm seeing is people becoming taller and very thin, and I'm seeing that they appear to have like alabaster skin. Yeah, and things we've seen before, longer heads, very beautiful, just very, very beautiful, skinny, thin is a better word, thin beings. They don't look like humans anymore. And what else? So the earth continues to get brighter and brighter. I'm seeing what looks like more crystalline, features and buildings and structures that are made out of more like crystal. And there's just so much light energy. I think if we were to see it with our eyes, it would blind us almost. So the earth is shifting, I guess, to a higher frequency of more of a purely spirit energy. Okay, what's happening next? And then I'm told that's as far as you can go. If you go any further, you won't be able to understand what you're seeing. And this is beyond this, things move out of a physical into something non-physical, and I myself am very attached to being a physical being, so I guess that's part of the reason I'm not seeing beyond that, because that's not something that I want. So I'm not ready for that yet. If those of you want to go beyond, past the physical, I get the sense that you're being given the opportunity to follow your guide past, to see where the energy goes. So feel free to go forward. I'm feeling the desire to go backwards to where we were, so I'm feeling the energy and the light moving back to my preferred 5D world that's just very natural, and we're all just walking around with just enjoying nature and being connected to nature. And now I'm looking up into the sky. The sky has kind of has this rainbow tint to it. The stars, the clouds, the sky itself, everything is shiny and vibrating with energy. And so why am I looking up in the sky? It gives me a sense of freedom. There's no satellites, there's no technology flying around up in the air other than whatever crafts are coming and going, but all of the trash that we've got surrounding our Earth and the atmosphere, all of that's gone. This is a chance to just be connected to pure earth power and natural power. We will have the ability to communicate directly with other stars. So I'm seeing that people can focus on a star and pull down the light from that star like a beam of light that comes directly down. This is where we can get information. So this will be the internet. So instead of logging on to our computer screens, we will connect our third eye up to whichever star we want to connect with. I'm going to sneeze. Sorry about that. And so I'm looking up into these stars, and the people of each of these civilizations are able to download energy. Sorry. We're able to download energy from these civilizations down through this light directly into our third eye. We can also travel astrally through these lights to these civilizations. So their star is a node of communication. This makes people very happy, connecting to all of these star energies. And I do get the sense that there are, so for a while there's just going to be a lot of caretakers that are going to come. So there will be beings from other civilizations, and they will be caretakers, because we're going to need a lot of rest and recuperation, and so Earth will just be just a huge healing spa for us. And so the beings that will come will be here to help us heal and grow. Some of us are going to have important functions. That's what the spires are for, to help us continue to do our job, helping to raise energy and consciousness. But not everybody will have to do that or want to do that for a while. Most humans are just going to need to be enjoying the earth and all of the healing and the expansion and the getting used to being a higher dimensional earth being. That's going to go on for a while. So I feel like this is now coming to an end. There's a being coming to me. I feel like it's kind of time to say goodbye, so let me see what they have to say. So what I heard was, this place is going to be here for you. You will be coming here soon. And just know this will be a real physical experience for you. And when the time is right, you will be coming here. You will be coming home. This is not just something happening in your imagination. And with that, I bow to the being because I feel myself being pulled back. And so I'm just, nothing specific, things have just kind of gone white now. I'm just in a white light. And I'm being led back to the ship. So I'm finding myself sort of awakening on the bridge of this ship again. People are clapping. So the same feeling. So I get the sense that we've already done something. We've already accomplished something, and anyway, that's why they're clapping, because it's already happened. And whatever we've done recently has sort of finalized at least this part of the manifestation of the next world. All right, so as I do in this ship, I'm sort of sitting down on kind of like a dentist chair, and my astral body is being bathed in different colored lights. I'm reminded that the amethyst colored energy is something to remember. So wearing amethysts, working with amethysts is a good idea. So I'll remember that. Maybe get amethyst malas or something to wear. And I feel the beautiful energy in my body. I bow to the insect being who was working on me. And I am being led now out, down through the ship. Again, as I go through the ship, everybody's clapping. And I come to the portal out of the ship. I spend a moment. I'm going to spend a moment with the Red Queen and see what she has to say. So what she tells me is that it's almost over. You'll be coming home soon. And just encouraging words like that. So I say goodbye to her, and I allow myself to drop down through the light, and I'm allowing myself to come back down into Earth's atmosphere and float down into my home, where I'm currently at, where my body is. I allow my energy to very gently come back into my physical body. And I'm feeling a direct connection through the crown and my third eye back to not only that ship, but back to that fifth dimensional world. I have a constant connection to it now, I believe. So, please bring palms of your hands together, rub your hands together. Place your palms over your eyes. Inhale this energy deep into your brain, down to your feet. Inhale. Exhale into the earth. Once again, inhale. Exhale into the earth. Inhale. Exhale into the earth. Rub the eyes, face, scalp, back of the neck, front of the neck. Bring yourself back into your physical body. All right, so not a whole lot to say, pretty self-explanatory. So the takeaway is find some amethyst if you want to, and begin working with those stones, and begin meditating on that color energy if you'd like. It's exciting, the thought of every time I go to this new world, it feels more and more real. And I felt like it was more real this time. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So we'll leave it there for now. You guys know what to do and where to go. And I love you all. Please be good to yourselves. I'll see you all very soon.